If you're over 60, your hair colour could be adding years to your face without you even knowing it. Certain shades, chosen to cover grey, end up draining your complexion, highlighting fine lines and looking completely unnatural. In this video, we reveal the 4 hair colours that age you after 60, and more importantly, give you the modern, vibrant alternatives that will make you look younger instantly. We're swapping out the mistakes for the magic, so stick around until the end for the shocking culprit at number 3. Welcome to Senior Fashion Styles. It's time to choose colour that flatters your age. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a style secret. Let's dive in. The first shade that often works against a mature face is a solid inky black. While a dark colour can certainly provide high contrast and drama, an opaque blue-black dye, the kind you often achieve with an over-the-counter box dye, creates an unnecessarily harsh contrast against skin that naturally becomes softer, paler, and less uniformly toned over the age of 60. This severe colour choice draws the eye directly to any shadows or fine lines, especially around the mouth and eyes, and gives the overall impression that the hair is heavy, mask-like, and quite literally draining the light and warmth from your face. It's a flat, unforgiving hue that lacks the natural dimension found in virtually all younger, undyed hair, making the result appear artificial rather than chic. The ageing effect is compounded because deep, cool-toned black dyes often require aggressive maintenance to avoid fading into a dull, flat shade, or showing a stark line of grey regrowth too quickly. When the skin loses some of its natural collagen and fullness, it requires colour that softens and reflects light, giving the illusion of a subtle lift. A harsh black does the exact opposite. It absorbs light and casts shadows, emphasising gravity's effects. Furthermore, as the eyebrows naturally lighten or thin with age, a jet black hair colour becomes disconnected from the face's natural features, resulting in a look that feels more like a costume and less like a complementary fashion statement. Instead of fighting your complexion with that severe darkness, the rejuvenating alternative is to adopt a softened espresso or a warm black balayage. If you love the depth, opt for a dark colour that has a hidden warm, slightly brown or reddish undertone, often referred to as espresso or true deep brown, rather than a blue-black. This warmth harmonises with the natural ruddiness or undertones in mature skin. Better yet, introduce very subtle face-framing pieces of a dark brown or mahogany balayage. This technique maintains the desired darkness at the roots, but provides necessary dimension and movement, reflecting light around the face beautifully. This strategic placement of warmth prevents the hair from looking like a solid block of colour and instantly softens the overall appearance, offering a youthful depth without the unforgiving severity of solid black. Moving to the opposite end of the spectrum, the second colour mistake that frequently ages a woman over 60 is choosing a solid, flat, platinum blonde or stark white without any variation in tone. While the goal is often to embrace grey hair gracefully or achieve a sleek, modern look, an all-over single-process, highly bleached blonde can be incredibly unflattering for the mature complexion. As we age, skin often becomes less radiant and sometimes takes on a translucent quality. When paired with an equally pale, monolithic hair colour, the result is a significant loss of contrast. Without contrast between the hair and the skin, the features recede, making the face look washed out, less defined, and regrettably quite dull or faded. Furthermore, achieving and maintaining this level of uniform lightness typically requires heavy processing, which often leaves the hair dry, brittle, and lacking the vital shine that is essential for a youthful look. The problem with a flat platinum is its lack of natural-looking texture and dimension. Naturally light hair, even in youth, is made up of multiple subtle tones, highs and lows, which create movement and depth. A single solid colour, especially one that tends toward brassiness or an overly cool, almost silvery hue, often registers as artificial or wig-like, especially in harsh lighting. This effect is compounded when the hair is fine, as the lack of varied pigment can make the hair appear thinner and less voluminous than it actually is. The colour blends too seamlessly with the scalp or with light skin tones, erasing the border that hair provides for framing the face, which is crucial for definition and vibrancy. The much more flattering and rejuvenating alternative to solid platinum is embracing a creamy blonde or using blended high and low lights to create necessary dimension. Instead of aiming for pure stark white, ask your stylist for a warmer, slightly golden or butter blonde that reflects light beautifully and imparts a healthy glow to the skin. This creamy tone prevents the washed-out effect that pure white can create. Alternatively, incorporate subtle, cool highlights mixed with warmer, pale low lights, often called ribboning. This technique ensures the colour is not uniform, adding texture and depth, making the hair look thicker and creating visual interest that beautifully frames the face without overpowering or draining the complexion. The third hair colour that often unexpectedly ages women over 60 is the intense, unnatural tones of box dye red or deep burgundy. This colour choice is particularly problematic because many commercial red dyes, especially the deeply pigmented cherry magenta or wine-coloured hues, have strong, cool blue-violet bases. While red can be vibrant, these specific blue-based reds clash sharply with the typical characteristics of mature skin. As skin ages, it frequently becomes thinner, which can emphasise underlying issues like generalised redness, broken capillaries, or rosacea. When you place a highly pigmented, cool-toned red next to skin that already has visible red undertones, the hair colour acts as an amplifier, intensifying the natural redness and making the complexion appear irritated, flushed, or uneven. Beyond the complexion conflict, these cool, synthetic reds often look flat and overly saturated. Like inky black, they absorb light and lack the subtle, multitonal shifts found in natural red hair, giving them a distinctly artificial appearance that immediately draws attention to the fact that the colour is highly processed. This artificial quality often translates as ageing, as it fails to harmonise with the softening, natural features of the face. Furthermore, these types of dyes are notorious for quickly oxidising and fading into dull, muddy colours that lose their richness, requiring frequent, harsh touch-ups that further compromise the hair's health and shine, a key indicator of youthfulness. To capture the beautiful warmth of red without the ageing side effects, the rejuvenating solution lies in adopting copper, strawberry blonde, or auburn shades with definite gold and bronze tones. The crucial difference here is choosing warm-based reds. Shades like rich copper, golden auburn, or even a soft strawberry blonde, which have yellow and orange undertones instead of blue ones. These golden hues reflect light beautifully, adding a luminous glow that counters sallowness and brightens the skin. A warm red acts as a filter, complementing the skin's natural undertones rather than competing with or amplifying its redness. The result is a vibrant, natural-looking warmth that makes the eyes pop and instantly gives the face a refreshed, youthful lift, embodying sophisticated style rather than synthetic vibrancy. The fourth hair colour that inadvertently adds years to your look after 60 is a solid, uniform ash brown that completely lacks warmth or dimension. Ash tones, characterised by their green and blue undertones, are chemically designed to neutralise unwanted red or gold pigments, brassiness, in the hair. While this works well for certain cool complexions or younger hair, on mature skin, a dense, flat ash brown often appears dull, muddy, and exceedingly draining. As we age, our skin requires colours that infuse it with light and vitality. A solid ash tone absorbs light and can cast a subtle greyish or sallow hue onto the complexion, making the face look tired, washed out, and lacklustre. The issue is that hair should ideally have a degree of reflecting capability to look healthy and youthful. A dense, matte ash colour prevents this light reflection, making the hair itself appear dry and heavy. When the hair colour is too cool and too solid, it creates a stark separation from the natural warmth and depth found in the face. This absence of warmth is particularly unforgiving because it emphasises any natural sallowness or shadows, causing the features to look less sharp and vibrant. The overall effect is a severe, flat aesthetic that lacks the dimension, movement, and softness essential for a modern, age-defying style. The superior and more flattering option is to switch to a brown-blonde mix, or a neutral brown brightened with face-framing highlights. Instead of fighting against warmth, you should embrace soft, subtle golden or caramel tones. Opt for a neutral brown base and then ask your stylist to incorporate fine money pieces, delicate, sun-kissed strands of honey or butterscotch blonde placed specifically around the hairline. This strategic placement of warmer highlights immediately brightens the area around the eyes, creates a soft halo effect, and provides the necessary dimension to make the brown colour look vibrant and multitonal without ever looking brassy. This subtle mix ensures the hair looks healthy, shiny, and beautifully reflects light, giving the entire face a much-needed lift and glow. Here's a bonus tip for you: the secret ingredient. You now know the 4 colour culprits to avoid: solid black, flat platinum, box dye burgundy, and solid ash brown, and the warmer dimensional shades to try instead. But the absolute secret ingredient to ensuring any hair colour looks youthful and vibrant after 60 isn't just the shade, it's shine. Dry, brittle or dull hair immediately adds years, regardless of how expertly the colour was applied, because healthy hair reflects light brilliantly. When hair texture changes with age, it can lose its ability to retain moisture and natural oils, resulting in a matte, lackluster finish that ages the entire appearance, making the hair look thin and tired. Therefore, your focus must shift from just colouring the hair to intensely conditioning and sealing the colour. This means establishing a stringent hair care routine that prioritises moisture and gloss. Deep conditioning masks used weekly are non-negotiable for infusing moisture back into the strand. Crucially, consider incorporating professional clear gloss or coloured glaze treatments every 6 to 8 weeks. Unlike permanent colour, a glaze simply coats the outer cuticle of the hair, smoothing the surface and sealing the pigment inside. This instantly boosts shine, makes your chosen colour richer and deeper, and creates that glassy, reflective surface that is the hallmark of youthful, healthy hair. Finally, remember the hair colour rule of 60. Never wear a single solid colour. Your hair should not look like a uniform painted canvas. Ask your stylist for blended multitonal colour that incorporates at least 2 or 3 different shades that softly melt into one another. Whether you choose deep espresso, creamy blonde, or golden auburn, the magic lies in dimension, the subtle mix of high and low lights that mimics natural depth and movement. This layered approach prevents any colour from looking blocky or harsh, ensuring the final result is always soft, luminous, and beautifully integrated with your sophisticated, mature style. So let's quickly recap the key to youthful colour after 60. We are ditching the 4 ageing culprits: the unforgiving solid black, the draining flat platinum, the harsh box dye burgundy, and the dulling solid ash brown. Instead, we are embracing dimension, warmth, and shine. Choose the softening power of espresso balayage, creamy dimensional blondes, luminous golden auburns, and brightening face-framing highlights. The right colour choice is the easiest and most powerful change you can make to look more vibrant, refreshed, and years younger. The secret to sophisticated style at any age is choosing colours that work with your complexion, not against it. Which of these colour alternatives are you inspired to try next? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your style journey. If you found these tips helpful and are ready to update your look, please like this video and subscribe to Senior Fashion Styles for more trustworthy advice on looking your absolute best at any age. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on the most flattering hairstyles for fine hair.